Good morning, everyone. Welcome to one more episode of Camilla Newspapers and Caffè. As usual, we are meeting today at 9:15, like every Wednesday morning. I'm a bit sorry for my voice today. I hope it's going to be clear enough what I say. Winter's got to me and I've got a bit of a sore throat. Nevertheless, I hope that you find interesting whatever I say. So as always, you can interact with me in the comments. So today we're trying a new platform, so there is the possibility that there are a couple of technical glitches. We will try to avoid all of them. In case anything happens, bear with us for a little while. So we've decided to try this new platform so I can show you the titles of the articles that we comment. But at the same time, you're going to find them also in the comments, the link to the full article, so you can read it later on during your day or in the next days. So today I've decided to look at a few extracts of 3 different articles. As you know, I like comparing different ones, and we're going to talk about the phenomenon of Black Friday in this consumer culture. So as every aspect of our consumer culture, there are people that talk about it in a positive way, in a negative way. There are criticisms, praises. So we are going to look at 3 different articles that talk about the phenomenon of Black Friday under 3 different points of view. And I hope you will enjoy the choice of articles. But there are so many online, so just knock yourself out and have fun reading. So before we start looking at the excerpts of the articles, I really wanted to come here today and tell you what the story behind the name Black Friday is. Honestly, I cannot give you an answer. So I know that everybody knows that Black Friday is a day that's extremely famous and popular worldwide for shopping. And now it's shopping online and shopping in retail and shops in little stores. And it's famous because of its sales. The Black Friday is always the last Friday of November, the day after Thanksgiving, and this phenomenon has originated in the United States. However, about the name, I don't really know how to give you an answer because I found so many different sources online. I don't know which ones are legends, which ones are true. So I invite you to go search online. There are some stories are quite dark, to be honest. So I didn't want to tell you something that wasn't true. So if you do know the story behind the name Black Friday, please feel free to share it with us in the comments. All right, so now that we know what we're going to talk about today, I'm going to start looking at an article by The Guardian. I'll try now to share with you the title of the article because we are going to have a look at the title first. All right, you should be able to see it in a second. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Very good. So, as you can see, this article says, the title goes, Big Fall in Black Friday UK retail sales despite online spending boom. It's very easy to understand what this article is about. It's full of statistics and percentages of how much people spent last year, how much people spent this year. However, what's interesting about this title is if you look at it, you understand what the article is about. However, if you have a closer look, you can see that there is no verb in this title, and it's quite unusual when it comes to a sentence. So, as I told you also during our last episodes, the journalistic style, the Anglo-Saxon journalistic style, is quite unique. It has got its own rules. So to make the titles more catching, attractive, and concise, so short, easy to read for the reader, whatever is not necessary 100%, words that don't really convey meaning, they're taken away. So here, the verb that we would need is to be, because there was a big fallback in Black Friday retail, despite online sales, online spending boom. So there was a boom online, there was a decrease in retail sales. We don't really need the verb to be. We understand the title nonetheless. So I wanted to call your attention to it. For those of you who don't know, retail is when you sell goods to the public. So we're talking about the sales online and in the actual shops. So Barclaycard figures show payments down by a tenth, so 10% less, a tenth from last year amid COVID restrictions. So in the middle of the COVID situation, there's been 10% less sales compared to last year in the UK. Retail sales on Black Friday have fallen sharply despite a boom in online spending, as non-essential shops remain closed on England's high streets during the second coronavirus lockdown. So you can see here in this first sentence, we have retail sales on Black Friday have fallen sharply. In the title, we had big fall, and here we're saying that sales have fallen sharply. The reader has already chosen that he's going to read this article, so the language can now be more sophisticated. You don't need this very simple, big, catchy word like big, okay? You can use a more appropriate term now because we're going deeper into the topic. So instead of big, they say sharply. Retailers said online sales hit record levels on the pivotal, most important discount day to soften the blow from the closure of stores. However, UK figures from Barclaycard, Britain's biggest credit card provider, show payments made in physical stores and online fell by more than a tenth compared with Black Friday a year ago. John Lewis said Friday would break all of its previous records from online spending, with sales up to 35% compared with its busiest day during the same period 1 year ago. It said 2.5 million products had already been shipped since it started offering Black Friday offers on the 20th of November, up to 67% off on last year, and the record searches has been made for new games consoles, beauty products, and Lego kits. So I find it interesting and fascinating, honestly, to see what people buy. I think it says so much about us. And so I like it that in the article it says, in the middle of all of these statistics, what actually people bought. However, the boom in online sales comes at the time when the company will record zero sales at all the 38 shops in England. So yeah, there has been a boom online, but there has been a decrease in sales in general because people have not been to the shops basically at all. Just one more sentence from this article. This growth in online sales signals both a change in consumer behavior, with people unable to buy gifts in store, so full price at least, and the fact that many retailers have been spreading out their discounts throughout November, meaning shoppers can take advantage of early bargains. So you can buy things for a lesser price or in a wider period. So that's why Black Friday was not so effective from the point of view of consumer culture and stores, because honestly, all the sales were already there. So I'm now going to move very quickly to another article. I'm going to share it with you. Just bear with me for a second. All right. You should be able to see it in a second. Okay, this second article that you're going to see has been taken from the New York Times. Oh, just give me a sec to find my own. Where is it? So, yeah, you can now see it. Very good. All right, so the title is interesting in its form as well. So here we have a question. What does Black Friday even mean anymore? It's a question that's very colloquial, very informal. It feels like as if the journalist is asking directly to us. It catches our attention, and I think we want to read this article for possibly two reasons. One is I don't really know what Black Friday means anymore. I don't know the answer. I want to read the answer. And the other option is I have my own opinion about this. Let's see if the journalist and I are like-minded. So that's why I think this question, rhetorical question, is like quite a catchy title and nice way to engage with the reader. Okay, I'm going to start reading a few paragraphs. Black Friday sales starts now. Shop Black Friday deals now. Gear up, it's Black Friday. So read the emails in my inbox, the banners on my search engine. So the article starts off by depicting this familiar situation to us, but we see lots of ads talking about the Black Friday. So it's something we all know about, and it makes us feel included in her narrative. Well, yes, you shrug. What do you expect? It's that time of the year. So she speaks like we know the experience that she's going through, okay? She doesn't need to explain any further. She knows that we know what she's talking about. Except when I received said emails and said banners began to appear, it was not, in fact, the day after Thanksgiving. It was not the day when, in order to kickstart open the season, the holiday shopping season, brands and department stores cut their prices and everyone rushes out to buy, buy, buy. So here we have emphasis in this repetition. It was not, in other words, Black Friday at all. It was weeks beforehand. So she's looking at how it has changed in the consumer culture, this idea of Black Friday. She used to receive emails and see banners on the Black Friday day, while now you start receiving it so much earlier. Because really, there's no such thing as a Black Friday anymore, okay? No longer exists. Not in a literal sense. It long ago escaped or transcended its original meaning and location, leaping beyond United States borders to establish itself in other countries and continents, to become just another shopping day in a sea of shopping days. So you can see here the emphasis given with just another day in a sea of shopping days. So there is this metaphor to give more emphasis to. The term is now a conceptual synonym for the idea of sale, a Pavlovian cue to get you in the right frame of mind to open your wallet. So here what she wants to say is we see or hear Black Friday and we automatically, as a reflex, are ready to spend our money. What used to be special has given birth to a host of copycats. So there are many other new sales holidays that have a reason. Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, Amazon Prime Day. It can only be a matter of time before we get to Too Good to Be True Tuesday, Watershed Wednesday, and Take It All on Home Thursday. Spend a Lot Sunday, that might be going a bit too far. All right, so here she is exaggerating. She says, okay, everybody's coming up with ideas of, okay, let's make up a day just to make people spend their money. And they gave names like Cyber Monday, for example. That's quite famous. And so she comes to imagine other names for every single day on the week. So we have an excuse to buy extra products. Spend a Lot Sunday, that might be going too far. Here she says, we are exaggerating. We cannot be so blunt, so explicit, because in consumer culture, you must make people buy stuff. but you can't really say, come on, just spend your money. So all these names like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all these names that we're giving is just to hide the fact that they want the consumer culture for us just to buy anything. Black November, if we're being honest about it, it should be probably just to we should probably just go straight to black every day. Mr. Cohen said, you have to be one of the most unlucky people in America if you're paying full price for anything these days. This is a way to say there are sales everywhere. Little wonder that as the pressure to purchase has grown, so too has the pressure not to. So here she's introducing the topic of anti-Black Friday movements. The physics of fashion and Newton's third law of motion dictating that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, alongside Black Friday boosters, there are anti-Black Friday agitators. And she goes on to list a few initiatives that are against the Black Friday movement. Mrs. Cullen agreed. The sale has become so ubiquitous, she said, that it's hard to compete on price and convenience. Her suggestion for what stores could compete on is socializing. So here they are interviewing a person that's involved, and she says that sales are ubiquitous. So this idea of buying is everywhere. So now retailers have to focus on something else. It's not just the price that you can compete on. It's impossible anymore. Indeed, the primacy of the in-person experience is an increasingly digitalized world has become something of a given. It's taken for granted. The idea that in a connected society, the greatest luxuries and gifts are moments with human connection. And was that not originally what Black Friday provided? Well, that and the deal. Our communal sense of anticipation and shared excitement, is that not really all the takeaway? So at the end of the article, the journalist, after talking about the consumer culture and sales, she says that what the Black Friday was really about and what people are missing now is the anticipation, looking forward to something. And this was the main core, the takeaway, the main core of the experience was the rush of the Black Friday as an experience rather than just the chance to buy objects. All right, so just a couple of more lines from a different article. And this article is taken from the news section of Amnesty International, this organization that works that works to raise awareness of human rights and goes against the human rights violations. I think you can't see it yet, but yeah, there it is. And we're talking about Amazon, because really you will think, okay, what has got to do with anything? Amnesty International and Black Friday. Well, really, when we talk about human rights, we're talking about working conditions, and human rights and workers' rights are strongly connected. So Black Friday is all about workers' rights too. So in this article, we are going to look just at a couple of lines, really. However, please read it. It's really interesting, and it says a lot about the providers of our services. So it's nice to know what's going on behind the curtains. Here we're talking about Amazon and workers' rights in the Amazon company. Black Friday rush must not cost Amazon workers their health and safety. Here we have health and safety, this word pair. This is going to be the drive of the whole article, okay? So the excitement of Black Friday, we shouldn't let it happen that the people that pay the costs are the Amazon workers. I'm going to read just a couple of lines. People working for Amazon have faced great health and safety risks since the start of COVID-19 pandemic, but their ability to speak out and bargain collectively is under pressure from the online retail giant, Amnesty International said today. So we're going to talk about which rights are not guaranteed, are not respected for the Amazon workers. Researchers found that Amazon has undermined, weakened attempts by workers to unionize and collectively negotiate. It means to become members of a trade union, that is this association of workers that should protect workers' rights, including through surveillance in the US and threats of legal action in the UK. And that it has failed to engage on key health and safety issues in Poland and France. So the workers in Amazon that want to join a trade union risk being taken to court by the company. All through the pandemic, Amazon workers have been risking their health and lives to ensure essential goods are delivered to our doorsteps, helping Amazon achieve record profits. In this context, it is alarming that Amazon has treated attempts to unionize with such hostility. As one of the most powerful companies in the world, it should know better. We don't expect this sort of behavior by such a big and important company that is worldwide famous. As Amazon approaches its busiest time of the year with Black Friday and Christmas, we are urging the company to respect the human rights and workers and comply with international labor standards. It means to meet these standards, to follow these international regulations, which state clearly that workers have a right to unionize. Amazon must refrain, desist from breaching its workers' rights to privacy and to stop treating union activity as a threat. So Amazon is breaking this agreement. It's not complying with the rights of their workers. According to a leaked internal document, it means that it was secret information made public in October 2020. Amazon appears to be using technology to monitor its workforce in the USA, including secretly tracking social media accounts for signs of plans to unionize protests and strikes. So it means that if you're an Amazon worker, you have no right to strike. There is no way you can get someone, the trade union, to protect your rights and to improve your working conditions. Unions have also raised concerns about hazard pay. While some increased hazard pay for Amazon employees was introduced in Europe and North America, it was removed in most countries at the end of 2020, despite the pandemic continuing. So even if the pandemic was there and the Amazon workers were on the front line, extra money given to them because of the fact that they are working in a dangerous environment health-wise, these hazard pay was removed in May. Amazon is facing increasing scrutiny in its treatment of its workers, and we are urging the company to step up, come forward, and truly comply with its responsibility to respect workers' rights. So as you see, when we talk about Black Friday, there are different ways to look at this topic, even in the news. So we've seen 3 different articles, 3 different views, opinions, statistics, workers' rights. There are so many things to talk about here when it comes to consumer culture. I hope this was interesting for you, that you liked reading about this. And I thank you all for your attention, and I'll see you next week. Bye.